Topping today's news, the government introduces a new bill to improve the Foreign Service. The Deputy Speaker returns to the House after being injured in the melee in December, and the Minister of Health reacts to U.S. President Donald Trump pulling out of the World Health Organization. This is your JCN Evening News. I'm Jcn Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. When members of Parliament returned to the House of Assembly today, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell, read for the first time the Foreign Affairs Bill 2024. Mr. Mitchell said the bill is in an effort to make the Foreign Service more efficient.
And the design of the legislation is similar to what occurs with the Ministry of Tourism. So just as there is a Department of Tourism and a Ministry of Tourism, should the House agree with these bills, there will be a Ministry of Foreign Affairs and a Department of Foreign Affairs. The Department of Foreign Affairs will be run by the Director General, and just as the Department of the Ministry of Tourism is run by the Director General. So that's the construct which we're seeking to follow. This is about trying to make the administration of the Foreign Service more efficient and up-to-date and modern and in alignment with the practices around the world.
Mr. Mitchell began his contribution by urging members to stay focused on the bill during their debate. Leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard, noted that the opposition supports the bill. However, he wanted to put on the record concerns that the opposition has with the way the December 4th Mace incident and the injuries that ensued was described by the Speaker of the House and government members in the absence of the opposition that was suspended for 2 sittings. But the Foreign Affairs Minister objected.
We were concerned that the film that was available, the film here in the House, the film that the media took, flew in the face of the facts of what has been stated by the chair recognizes the honourable member for Foxhill.
At the start, this is a debate about the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, not to rehash what happened here 3 weeks ago. That issue is dead. You could go and whatever political proselytizing you want to do, but this is not the appropriate place for that. I started off, this is going to be a carefully scripted debate on the subject matter at hand, not deviating on nonsense.
Honourable member, let's stay on cue with the debate today. I work for the Bahamian people. I don't work for any member in this House alone. You're part of that broader group of persons who I serve, and so I'll continue to serve you with distinction. But far more important than the individual opinions in here are the opinions of the people outside. And those same people have a right to hear from us on what the facts are relative to that particular day.
As he continued to make his point on the December 4th incident, government members used their majority to push through the first reading of that bill and moved on to the second reading. However, Pintard brought up the subject once again to ensure that the opposition's position was on the records. The bill was eventually read for the 3rd time and passed. Just over 6 weeks since being injured in the incident that saw F&M Deputy Leader Shannon Cartwright throw the mace from the window of the House of Assembly, Deputy Speaker Sylvanus Petty, who tried to intervene and received a blow to the head in that process, returned to Parliament for the first time at this morning's session. While outside the House of Assembly, Deputy Speaker Sylvanus Petty shared his excitement to be back to work and emphasized that there is no lingering feelings towards the opposition for the way things transpired.
I'm happy to be here today. It's an exciting day for Bahamians and parliamentarians. Questions?
Do you hold any animosity?
No, not at all. Not at all. That's a part of life. He called, we spoke the following day. So that was it.
Also in that incident, Sergeant-at-Arms Kendall Penniman was injured and is reportedly still at home recovering from a broken leg, but is expected to make a full recovery. His moves are shaking up the world. Donald Trump the new president of the United States. His decision to leave the World Health Organization, a body which the U.S. was a founding member 70 years ago, has the World Health Organization officials concerned about its impact on dealing with global health challenges. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Michael Darville commented on the matter today while outside the Parliament.
The impact for the Bahamas, we are presently involved in many programs related to the Pan American Health Organization for the health and well-being of the Bahamian people. They help us with infectious and non-infectious disease, post-pandemic preparedness, surveillance through the country, and to monitor diseases cross borders. And so we have some obligations with the WHO. We are quite pleased with the work that they're doing in the Bahamas, and we support the work of WHO. And we fall in line with the statement of WHO that we hope that President Trump reconsider because of the importance of the World Health Organization to small island development states like the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Minister Darville says the Bahamas remains in good standings with the World Health Organization and will continue to work with the global health body and its more than 190 member countries.
There's no need to panic. WHO and PAHO is still in the country. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we're supposed to have a symposium on mental health. They were at our violence conference, and we are doing a lot of great work with the Pan American Health Organization to ensure that our tourism sector is protected and for us to be able to do the necessary surveillance for infectious diseases and to make sure the Bahamian people are safe as we do our thing to develop our economy by way of tourism.
In its 2025 emergency appeal statement, the World Health Organization says it needs $1.5 billion to tackle global health crises. And finally, in this segment, the Davis administration is hoping a strong tourism sector will help the Bahamas economy to continue its remarkable rebound following the COVID-19 pandemic. On Monday, Minister of Tourism Chester Cooper boasted about the record number of tourist arrivals in 2024.
Numbers as at October, November, and those numbers exceeded 2023 by far. I expect the year to end positively. I just want to remind you that last year, 2024, was the best year ever in the history of the Bahamas in terms of arrivals. The year before that was the best year up to that point. And 2024, we expect to exceed 2023, but we'll provide the specific numbers once we had a chance to tally them towards the end of this month.
Although there are calls for a more diversified economy, tourism continues to be the backbone of the Bahamian economy and will remain so for the foreseeable future. You're listening to JCN News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.